Hey, what's up, everybody? So Microsoft's Xbox One X actually got its first hands-on review, believe it or not, and this is very interesting stuff, and I bet you guys can't wait to hear about it. What's up? This is Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. So, Xbox One X hands-on review has been released. I will link this. It's from Tech Radar. I'm going to link this in the description below so you guys can check that out. It's a bit of a mixed bag. It's got some good things, and then it says some bad things as well, as far as going for it and against. The positives are native 4K gaming, impressive HDR support, Dolby Atmos support. Against it, expensive, not all games support extra features, and reduced benefit to full HD TV owners. Although that's a bit odd because you don't even need a full 4K TV to actually, enjoy this thing. So, they basically say, think of the Xbox One X as an iPhone 7 to the original Xbox One's iPhone 6. It's powerful, much more powerful, but it runs the same apps and services, and these are all also available on the older hardware. There's a lot of horsepower under the hood, but the downside, of course, is that all the extra horsepower is going to cost you. The new machine will retail for $499, which is around double that of an Xbox One S. So the design, they really pretty much like the design of it. Controller-wise, the new machine is packing a new Space Gray themed gamepad, which, for all intents and purposes, is exactly the same as the current one. The back similarities of the Xbox One S continue, which we already knew since they're basically using the same back and outputs and panels as well. Then they talk about the specs a little bit, which you guys pretty much already know about. 12 gigs of GDDR5, a GPU clocked at 1172 megahertz, 6 teraflops of graphical power, a CPU clocked at 2.3 gigahertz, so really good. Gaming performance, when it comes to consoles, it's very difficult to translate the specs on paper into what the machine will actually be capable of. We can compare to PC graphics card because we have the ability to keep the rest of the equation, the operating system, CPU, and games, for instance, the same. Comparing the PS4 and the Xbox One based on raw specs, meanwhile, is almost meaningless. These are two completely separate machines running completely different code. As such, while we know that on paper the Xbox One X is more powerful than the PS4 Pro, Sony's own 4K competitor, not sure why they call it 4K competitor there, its gaming performance will ultimately come down to how well its games, the APIs, are optimized for its hardware. We've been giving tantalizing hints at what the hardware would be capable of, such as the Forza engine running in Ultra HD with a frame rate of 60 FPS. So yeah, that's just information as a result of a development team working just 2 days on the console, so on the game. So that's definitely kind of some interesting stuff. They were treated to live demonstrations of Forza Motorsport 7 and Gears of War 4, which will be receiving a free Xbox One X patch later this year. Forza Motorsport 7, the Xbox One X's power was being used to add fantastic amounts of detail both in and outside the car. Sitting in the cockpit, you can make out the stitching in the steering wheel, and with a third-person camera, cars retained that crisp detailing even as they disappeared into the distance. So they got some screenshots and things like that on here. Then it talks about the game library at launch. Xbox One X support will be all the Xbox One's existing games. It's and then they go on to kind of compare it to the PS3, which is just kind of ludicrous. On Microsoft's side, backwards compatibility has historically been more patchy. The 360 played a large majority of the Xbox's games, albeit with occasional hiccups, but at launch the same could not be said for the Xbox One, though the situation has improved since. Microsoft is turning over the new leaf with the Xbox One X, which at launch will not only play every Xbox One game, but will also support those 360 games that are playable. So that's over 400 games for the 360 as well. Let's see, Microsoft was keen to show off new games developed for the console, which included new patches for Halo 5, Gears of War 4, Minecraft, and Forza Motorsport 7, Assassin's Creed Origins, and Crackdown 3. So early verdict at double the price, the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X feels like a premium piece of hardware for anyone that's invested in 4K TVs and is just dying to find a machine to make the most out of it. Sure, the Pro offers similar functionalities, but upscaling can never beat the raw detail that native 4K on the Xbox One offers. But boom! This is a machine that offers best-in-class graphical performance that comes tantalizingly close to what a PC can achieve at a much lower price point. Double ba-boom! So they're pretty much into it. It's got the best, if you're already invested in a decent 4K setup with one of the best 4K TVs, one of our best Ultra HD Blu-ray players, and a 4K set top box like SkyQ, then the Xbox One X is a no-brainer. So yeah, they're really digging it. Nice to see them actually kind of be honest about the Xbox One X versus the PS4 Pro. So very interesting stuff. Like I said, go check it out. Let me know what you think. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.